anywhere near me.
Do you think, as you said, that's what's happening? That he's just following orders, or is he looking into it? Like, there's a difference between pushing charges on somebody because someone told you to do so, and then someone requesting that you look into it and then agreeing and investigating. Do you know what I mean? What's
He
happened?
said he's my boss. What am I supposed to do?
Oh. Oh. Okay. Now, when we say pushing charges, does that mean the charges are going on the docket no matter what? Or how is what's happening?
Well, I mean, nobody's ever been charged with a capital crime before. This is all new territory. They have to get. They have to talk to Crane, I guess, and figure out if she needs to be sent up on a hut or if it's gonna just go.
Holy shit! Interesting. Okay.
Because of course they're not, looking for special treatment or anything. They just don't know how to proceed because normally law enforcement and judges, if they're facing charges, it goes to the docket and
Yeah.
But with this being a capital crime, it being a hut charge, it's
different.
And then of course there's another development too.
All right. Okay.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
And if that happens, then this is all going to become so much worse.
I don't see I don't see the king bowing out of his castle with grace.
No.
If that happens.
Not at all. Apparently, there was.
She said impeachment.
Where Cornwood, the mayor, his wife, and a bunch of people.
Hello. All right, mate.
Hi. You want to get out of here?
Sure.
Are you driving?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a car.
Okay, good. Because I do not. I was hoping to snag Matt, but because I've been approved for ride-alongs for my safety.
What? Jenna. What about my safety? He said no to me. Hit me. Hit me.
Huh? What do you mean?
Hit me, and then I can get a ride along a proof of safety. I gotta be protected from the treasurer.
Well, how about you see if you can even get a hold of him?
I did. I called him.
And then I can ask Wyatt. You did?
Yeah, I spoke to him like about how long ago was it? 20 minutes ago.
Oh, you were on the phone with him when I tried to call.
Yeah, we were chatting.
Okay, you remember what I said to you this morning before you went to bed, right?
This morning? That's confusing. Last night.
Okay, yeah, last night.
Last night, yeah, I definitely remember. Specifically?
When I told you to distance yourself from me.
Yeah, and I said I'll think about it. I thought about it.
Right. And you are. Or are you just placating me?
Not happening. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, listen. I love and appreciate that.
Right.
I do. But I do not want you being targeted because of me. Because I told you, I'm built different.
Right.
But I would not be able to handle it if something happened to somebody that I love because of decisions that I'm making.
It's not gonna happen. You know, they called me the best driver in the PD back in my day. Yeah.
Did they know?
Yeah, and I never got held up at gunpoint ever. No one ever caught me lacking.
Really?
Yep.
Why is that?
Just didn't happen.
You're just super careful, huh?
Yeah. No one even knows I'm
Yeah.
here anyway. No one even knows I exist
Yeah.
without a uniform. Coleman was like, you know, I've been here a month and a half, Richard, and I haven't seen you, and I've seen you twice in 2 days. So nobody
Wait,
knows. Nobody knows I'm here.
where did you see him?
I just saw him down at the courthouse, or the
Of
city
course.
hall, and then I saw him the day
Was he with
before.
Max and Siobhan?
No,
Mm.
he was at the front desk. He said he forgot to do something, and then he came around. He was having a chat with Damien and some other lawyer bloke. Is there not a DOJ app anymore?
No.
Bit silly, isn't it?
It's being worked on.
It must have been. It wasn't Jason. Maybe Robin Ferreira, if that's a bloke.
Not
Maybe.
somebody I know.
I don't
All
know.
right. Well,
Hold on. Let me call Matt.
okay.
And you've been approved for ride along, have you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Guess what?
You're hired?
No, I've got an interview on
Oh,
Thursday though.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday morning, like a half an hour ago from now. So that should be good. Uh,
Perfect.
and then what was you? Eta's been approved for ride along. So would you be able to
Ooh,
take her out?
okay. I can't right now. So put it this way: if there are pending cadets waiting, we can't take ride-alongs, even if somebody's approved for ride-alongs. We still need to hit the SOP criteria.
Well, it's for her safety. It's not just like a general thing.
Mm,
This is from
especially if
Turner.
it's for safety, it's probably
Yeah.
best that it not be with me
Why?
because I upset people a lot. I
No,
pull people
no,
over for
no.
doing 56
Wait, did
in
you
a
get?
55.
Rob got shot yesterday.
Who?
He did.
Flopper.
Flop? For
Yeah, he
what?
got shot. I don't know. I don't know. He was with Beric. There was a call that it was a kidnapping or something, and it ended with the blokes blasting, and Flop got shot twice. He's all right, but he's a bit under the weather.
Yeah, that's why he's not on duty, but
I don't
he's
recall there
resting.
being any sort of announcement regarding the situation.
Is there always an
I was
announcement?
well. Typically, when stuff like that happens, then again, I wasn't present for the meeting today, so got on duty
Oh,
like an hour and a half late.
okay. All right.
If
So,
there's not an
Oh,
announcement
hold
about
on,
the
wait.
ride-alongs, it's because we don't know
1:30.
what kind of access certain
I'm gonna have
people
to respond
have
to this
to
call.
the MDT.
okay. Bring Hector afterwards. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's probably not the best idea.
You're coming with us.
Okay. All right. But it's even still.
I need to have a talk with Etta, but not on duty.
Okay. 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 Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
He said it's probably not a good idea that you go with him if it's for safety because he pisses people off. That's what he said.
That's okay. I know he's not big on ride-alongs.
All
Probably
right,
for
let's
the
go.
best, honestly.
Have you got a?
No.
Okay, just checking. I'm checking.
I have a license, but I did not purchase one because I'm the easiest to target. So I would
But there's a
literally
cop
just be a
bomb.
free.
Don't
Yeah,
have him.
I can't ride with just anybody.
Why?
I don't want to ride with a stranger. I don't know
All
the
right.
PD this time around the way I used to.
Fair enough. Then.
Although I'm getting there.
Oh, where do you want to go?
I don't know. Wherever. You do you ever have like a spot that you just go to that's quiet and
Not
peaceful?
really. To be honest. Don't
Really?
really.
You've never
No.
just gone out into the hills and just enjoyed the quiet?
No, I kind of like. I like the city. You know, it's nice.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I can't sleep unless I open the window. You know, I can hear the cars going past.
Mm, I
Puts me
guess
on
once
edge
you're used to
otherwise.
it.
What the fuck is this idiot doing? Right, you know what?
Who
I got an idea.
knows?
I know where we can go.
Okay.
All right, we'll
You
go up
know,
to.
I
Go on. Sorry.
no, you're fine.
No, you go.
Keep
You
going.
go. Oh, turn the fucking car off.
I had
What's?
called Barrick tonight to meet up because I wanted to talk to him about everything that had been going on. And, he told me about pressing the charges against Ruth.
Yeah.
And he neglected to mention that he was the one leading the investigation and pushing the charges.
Hmm. What's your opinion on that? That just that you don't trust someone who's just blindly following Max's orders, really?
The thing is that he also is like constantly defending Cornwood, which, I mean, given what I was told,
Hmm.
we, which I can't repeat, but I mean, he was suspended for a reason. It wasn't for nothing, you know?
I mean, I heard they're pushing charges on him.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
that's,
that's
that's what
what I was
Cornwood said.
talking about. Apparently, they all dogpiled Captain Slacks earlier in front of MRPD, and the mayor called Captain Ruth a bitch.
Oh God, what is happening?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
it is,
Oh my God,
even
Stephen, I
if
remember
he
that,
has
buddy.
good
I
intentions,
remember that.
his behavior is disgusting. And the way that he speaks to people in such a demeaning manner, it's he walks around brandishing his gun, apparently.
What the fuck?
Um, he walks around barefoot and bare chested in City Hall. He drives his wife's motorcycle through City Hall. I mean, he literally is just
He's
doing
unhinged.
whatever he wants because he honestly thinks that nobody is going to tell him no.
I mean, he's
Nobody's
probably
going to stop him.
probably right.
Yeah, well,
You mentioned that the Forbidden World earlier.
mhm.
What's developed about that?
Well, in a conversation this morning between three of us, it was mentioned that, we need to take further steps because given his overreach and then his, I mean, blatant disregard for the laws that he is actually putting into place, like he's actively like brandishing a firearm.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
And it's just I mean, how far do we let him go? You know, do we
Yeah.
continue to let him behave like this? Do we continue to let him, belittle and demean people, calling them fucks and bitches? I mean,
I guess the question comes in because the council can do a vote of no confidence, right?
right.
But is the things you've mentioned just that, is that going to push the rest of the council or a majority of the council to think, you know, to vote for a vote of no confidence? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
the discussion was had between four of us:
who was that?
myself, Nakota, Cancer, and Malton.
Okay, so that's three of you, and then one that's whose true intentions are probably masked behind the snake tongue.
Yeah, I know.
So you can
He could
count.
end up fucking us again. I know. Uh, but I don't know. That's why it's going to take him doing something very drastic before Crane will step in. So right now we're just trying to, although I have had somebody reach out to me who would also like to assist in that, who is somebody that I trust, and who has the law knowledge. So, and who isn't blinded by his charisma and
Was it a
passion.
lawyer?
Judge.
A current or previous?
Current?
Ah, I'll be honest, I don't know
Yeah.
who's on the judiciary currently. Anyone I know is Willie Glory, and
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, he's been chosen to be one of the mayor's investigators into the PD, and he and Jenny have both asked me for $50,000 for their consultation fee. And
I
I'm
do it for
like,
free.
how am I supposed to, you should talk to Malton.
I don't know whether it's a good idea if I'm getting a dispatch interview on
Oh, well,
Thursday. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
would I technically be employed by the police department at that point? Possibly. So
I think you would be working underneath Malton.
now I'm on about dispatch.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
that's true.
exactly.
But I mean, having both of them come and request that, like, I don't even make that much money, like, why would we pay a consultant that much? I mean,
I mean, I guess the point of contention would be is does the office of the mayor and the treasurer believe that those people are essentially, if you're paying them $50,000, are like irreplaceable? Yeah, I mean,
I
it,
mean,
it's saying
Jenny,
that
yes.
I'd agree on
I
that front.
think you and I both know that Jenny has, you know, I have no problems with paying Jenny that, but Willie Glory, all I remember is him being in the SCSO. He talked a lot of shit about Flop, and he was hardly ever around. And although he was supposed to be in charge of the finances and budget, I never dealt with him as a deputy mayor ever.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they've been appointed already, but you can always turn them down. But this is the issue. This is one of those things. Is you can't say no. You've got to offer an alternative, right?
Yeah, but if I say no, then I look like I am trying to hinder the investigation, and Max can use that as
Hey, just do this.
ammunition against
Just be
me.
like, hey, Max, these people have requested $50,000 to do this thing. Do you want me to give them the money? And then if he says yes, then just do it, because then you're getting on his side. And I know you probably don't want to do it because of the treasury and everything, but you know, then it's off. It's out of your hands at that point. You don't want to be seen as hindering I guess, the investigation.
But
Did
it's my
they?
job to say no to him
No,
when
you're not
he's wanting
wrong.
to spend too much money.
Yeah, listen, I'm naive. The current climate is 100 grand a lot from the state account.
For a con for two consultants, I guess not.
I guess you could always break it down into hourly work. You know, how much does a
Yeah.
government employee get paid an hour?
I mean, honestly, what was it? Hold on a second. Uh, I make $800 an hour.
100 an hour.
That's it. And that's as a treasurer or an EMS because they both pay the same.
So they'd have to work 62 hours at your rate.
Yeah. Yep. Now, if they're, they've already claimed that they were going to do 8 hours a day, and it starts
A
after
week.
the NA storm today, and they have to have the report done by Friday. So that's
But
4
how many
days.
days? Oh, 4 days. Oh,
So if
shit.
they work 8 hours a day for 4 days, that's 32 hours and $800 an hour. That's 25,600.
They're getting paid $1,600 an hour.
Mm.
Hmm. Listen, an argument could be made that that's worth it. You know what I mean? But I'd be saying that I'd be paying Jenny $1,600 an hour. But then if you go back to Max and be like, listen, I don't really want to pay the others $1,600 an hour, but I think Jenny was going to make the most out of it. You know what I mean? But I think that might be. So who's chosen these people?
Molten. Do you know what Willie Glory said to me? He said, Jenny and I used to make $500,000 a month. So I think 10% of that is fair. I don't give a flying fuck what you used to make back in the day. Our economy collapsed for a fucking reason.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was stupid bullshit like that.
Why don't you talk to Mountain? Talk to Mountain about it and be like, these people have requested $50,000 for this work. Do you think
Yeah.
that's agreeable? And then you can even give your own opinion and say, listen, I think that, you know, whatever your opinion is on that and who you think should get that money. I'm sure Mountain hasn't requested any money because he's kind of like, it's his job, you know what I mean? He's already getting
Yeah.
paid.
I haven't even been clocked in the last 2 days because I'd have to go to City Hall to do it.
You don't want to go to City Hall at all.
I'm too afraid to go near it. Yeah.
It collapsed for 5 days.
I won't go to City Hall.
I
And I
didn't
won't go
think
to
of
the
that.
hospital. Because everybody knows that those are the two places to find me.
What about if you get injured there?
I have EMS friends.
I'm going to take you to Grandma's.
I don't know. I think she died.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Really? She died already?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't
That's a
really
shame.
do crime, so I have no need to hide from the hospital. So
No, me neither. Me neither.
yeah.
Okay, well, Yeah, I don't know. I think me and Matt are on the same page about this legislation when it comes to,
Like
you know.
like I said, when we were talking about it, I understand that Matt was desperate. He told me, Etta, something has to change, but this is not the way to do it. Especially not if we're going to be at the mercy of somebody who has no respect for anybody.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. I don't know. I would typically be in the same opinion as you, and I am in the same opinion when I don't really think that Max, based on his actions that you've been saying, should have this power. Neither should Michael Simone because of their past history. But if we're looking past that, even still, Michael Simone's all right now, isn't he? He hasn't caused much trouble. And then
Yep.
Max seems to be on the decline. But when you look at it from a like, if you ignore personalities, Max was voted into power.
Mm-hmm.
So was Michael. They're both the people's choice for who should be upholding the values of Los Santos and its people. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of does make sense that they should have a power like this, as long as it doesn't go abused. Which is ironic, given the fact that the whole point of the legislation is to make sure the captains aren't abusing shit.
But
It's,
now the captains are being accosted and just harassed constantly.
yeah, that part's not great.
Nobody deserves that.
I agree. You know what I think about this, Edger?
What?
Seen Godzilla?
Yeah.
One of those recent Godzilla movies. There was all
Mm-hmm.
these big fuckers coming into Japan and shit, and then Godzilla came out of the ocean. And you know what the guy said? He said, "Let them fight."
Yep.
So maybe
Okay. Calm down.
Maximilian Thoroughbred's own downcoming is going to be his abuse of this power. He might do it to himself,
No problem.
and you might not have to do anything. And the same thing goes for the captains.
Yeah.
And maybe out of the rubble, the phoenix is reborn, and things just get better. We get a different mayor, that legislation goes away, but in the process, maybe the captains pick up their act and things get moving.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's only been 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they were really given a lot of time.
Mm, I'd normally agree, if not for the things that I've heard about everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
2
you
months
mean.
is a very long time in Los Santos, especially for police department. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at from what happened to, the restructure at the end, 5 years ago, uh being the chief had a police department that was functional and running, probably not as best as it could do, but that was within a few weeks. It might have, and that was done across the whole police department, where there was several departments up and running after a month.
Yeah, but 5 years is a long time, and people didn't come back the same.
I agree, but there's a lot of police officers who did come back the same that have been left to not be police officers because they haven't been hired.
Yeah,
Jackie Snow's
I
a
get
perfect example. Ziggy told me yesterday that when he went and spoke to Ruth, he got brought back home with Dan as Coleman wanted to kind of pushed Ziggy forward to become a police officer. And Ziggy told her that he was a part of the park rangers 5 years ago, and she laughed at him.
Mm.
Like, listen, I've never been a fan of the Rangers, but you don't demean somebody like that in front of their face as a captain talking to a civilian.
Yeah. I didn't know about that.
I don't know. I completely agree that no one should be publicly slated in the manner that you're describing. But that being said, being high command is a public facing job, and you are going to get backlash from the public. And you've got to be prepared to take that.
Yep.
No.
You know, it's one thing to own up to your
You would laugh at the
mistakes
Rangers as well.
or to have people criticize you, but it's another to have people lie. That's what I'm
Yeah.
worried about.
Is that for you or for the captions?
Both.
Yeah, I think it would be, to me personally, I think it'd be tricky to lie about the captions and something come of it. Because, I mean, it's the same thing with you, I'll be honest. Because you're all in positions because you've been chosen to be there. It's different
Yeah.
when you're like a mayor or something where you can just get voted out by your peers. That's not the same thing for you guys. I mean, okay, it might be the thing for the captains now that their superior is the deputy mayor and the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a different kettle of fish, you know?
Yeah.
They've got a lot more problems to worry about now. They've got to answer straight to the mayor, and they can't say no. And if they do, they're probably fired. That's a very tricky position to be in, especially if you don't agree with the things he's pushing. But that's the point. If he comes around and he's like, okay, we've got all these stabbings down at Senior Buns, for example. Let's take that as an example. And he comes and was like, listen, we've got civilians and hard workers getting killed every week, getting attacked every week. I need you to figure out that problem. To me, I'm like, okay, that sounds like a good thing. You know, he's looking out for the civilians. That's not a bad thing for him to do. If he feels like, and he's heard that isn't being, like, that problem isn't going solved, then he's doing a good job with this legislation to get it fixed. But if he comes along and he's like, I don't know what the fuck he could say, let's think it's something really bad, and he comes and tells the captains that they need to hire 50 cops in the next week, and he needs this many patrol cars on duty at all times, then that's just gonna fuck everything, you know what I mean? But then if he comes in and he said, he's like, you know, maybe I need you to go around and find these cops that have experience to come and, you know, get hired, then that's a different, you know, it's another, I think that could help. Maybe just put them on a probationary period of 30 days because we need the help right now. You know, push them through the process quickly, keep them around for 30 days on a 30-day contract, and the ones you like, keep around and hire on. And the ones that who don't fit in, let them go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of positive outcomes that can come for this, depending on what he really wants from this. If he really wants good change, this is going to be quite positive. If he doesn't, it's going to be really bad. Yeah. Who's on this civilian oversight committee?
Well, nobody right now. The guidelines were being ironed out. Last I heard, they had just been approved, so then it was Malton, but apparently he's still waiting for something from Crane before he can proceed. But the way it's going to go is it's going to be a popular vote. Nobody with a violent felony, no government employees. And then I think it's nobody with felonies at all, actually. And then no government employees. Popular vote, and people can choose as many as they want. And then the top 8 will be brought before the council, and we will select 4.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guess I won't be able to do that if I get hired.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. Seems silly to me that you can't have like an EMS though. Like, what's EMS got to do with civilian oversight board? I guess if the civilian oversight board is for to oversee the government, then I guess
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter what department you're in.
We went to Del Perro Beach and Chumash yesterday.
Oh, really? That's nice.
I know. Wow.
That's lovely.
Apparently, there's a new MC that's holding down Shumash.
Really?
Called the Raiders. Yeah.
The Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
A cool name. They like the football club. Sorry, the American
No.
football.
I knew what you meant. No, I only know one of them. Oh well, no, I should take that back. I've met a couple of them, but
Yeah.
yeah. There's this guy named Wade, and then this chick named Lane.
Wade.
So, mm-hmm.
Anybody named Wade sounds like they ride a bloody motorcycle. I don't get the point.
I actually haven't talked to him in quite a long time, but it's really good to see you.
You too. I'm glad I came around. I got to talk to you. I got to talk to Matt. I talked to Tona finally. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Good morning.
Wyatt has really been. He's been very thoughtful, and he's been checking in on me regularly, given my concerns and whatnot. So.
Yeah, I'll be honest. His name hasn't really come up to me when it comes to problems.
No,
I don't know.
He's very by the book. He's very but he's not too rigid, if that makes sense. He's very no nonsense. He reminds me a lot of you, actually.
I'm pretty rigid though. It's part.
Eh,
I recognize that problem about myself. I often need other people to keep me in check when it comes. I'm very black and white in a lot of stuff.
yes, but you also know how to pick and choose your battles. So
Yeah. Okay.
you
Fair
also
enough.
realize when there's a time to, like you advised me, sometimes you have to play nice. So he's really good about seeing things from the other side as well too. Turner is. So
Yeah. He seems like a nice bloke.
Yeah, he is.
If he is like one of the good ones, then it's a shame that he might get lumped in with the others if the others are bad ones. Assumptions have been made here, especially if he had to take time off, because then you kind of, he hasn't really had a chance to like defend himself in a way if he's had time off. But by the sounds of it, I'll be honest. Actually, no, I don't know. I'm trying to think of I can't. I asked him about individual instances in town hall, because I was like, "What's your guys' opinion on the PD? What have they done bad?" And then we're like, "They're suspending Cornwood," and I was like, "Well, I know that. What else?" And then they were saying that apparently one guy's been on a hut for 21 years, and then he got out on bail, and then he went back to prison, but he was still there for 21 years before he got bail on a hut charge. Apparently they're trying to push terrorism on somebody for shouting this is for Russia or something, and then swinging a wrench twice, and then they try to get that pushed for, I don't know. They were saying some. They were essentially saying that there's a lot of shoddy police work happening, and a lot of weird,
What the
like,
hell?
yeah. This is coming from lawyers. This was Damien Tinkman and some other guy.
Okay, Damien has been a lawyer for like a week.
Yeah, I figured as much. I was like, how
Listen,
did you
I
become a
love
lawyer?
Damien. Please don't get me wrong. I love Damien very much. He is a friend, but he's been a lawyer for like a week.
You know how he got lawyer? He told me. Cornwood went up to Crane and was like, "Can I have a bar license?" And Crane was like, "Yeah, sure," and gave him one. And then Damien was right behind him and said, "What about me?" And then Crane was like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But apparently, Damien had been doing legal aid stuff for a while.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean,
I was thinking about doing some law stuff, but I don't know.
I mean, hey, you can always ask Ziggy.
That's what?
You can always ask to tag along with Ziggy.
Oh, for God's sake, no. We were talking to him. He's awful. I'm telling you this in confidence, but he was like, "It's being a therapist is great because everyone spills the tea." That's basically what he said. And I was like,
Yeah, I
"Ziggy, that's not
tried a
very."
therapy session with him, but it was a mistake.
I told him I'd rather speak to a donkey about my problems.
Do you remember Nathaniel Grayson?
Yeah, apparently he's not allowed to be a judge.
Well, he's a therapist now.
Yeah. Damien was saying that both Temple and Nathaniel Grayson are not allowed bar licenses or something. Which, I don't know.
Well, it happens.
Concerning. I know. It's a very different city. I don't know how I feel about it yet. But I think my feelings are unimportant. Because my only goal at the minute is to make sure that I can help out in some way. And if that way is dispatch,
Yeah.
I'll do it, It's like, well, you know how I was talking to you about how to give statement about the 911, like the stabbing that happened at the hospital yesterday? Like, that was bad. The fact that I had to do this to someone getting stabbed, and I had to like retype it because I
Type
spelled
it
things
out,
wrong.
yeah.
Oh, it's bloody awful. Whereas if I was just on the phone with somebody, then I don't know, maybe the guy might not have got stabbed because we might have got a better response. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's rough. I know it's one of the things that I struggle with. Whenever I'm on duty, just trying to not miss, information coming through.
I mean, it's pretty clear that civilians, well, okay, the few civilians I have spoken to don't have a big trust in the PD right now.
Okay,
Perhaps a
but
more direct line of
everybody
communication.
everybody has been shitting on the cops since day one,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's pretty normal.
Yeah, I mean, so I really don't. Everybody just likes to hop on the bandwagon. Oh, PD bad, but when something bad happens to them, who are they calling? PD. Okay, well, they can't be that bad.
Right, but that's a societal expectation that if you need help, you call the police. But if they're not getting their help, you know what I'm saying? Like, I called 911 about some gunshots going off outside Senior Buns. Did anyone even respond to it? No.
Sometimes they just can't. I mean, as well as anybody that, sometimes there's just too much going on at once.
No, I agree, but to not even have a phone call system, like just
Oh, yeah, with dispatch. Yeah, no, I get that.
And it doesn't seem like, I don't know. Well, I don't want to make assumptions, but if I was a copper in the skeleton crew and I saw that, that would have been my first thing to get fixed. Because you're never going to get the support of civilians if, one, you don't respond to their 911 calls in the first place, but at least you don't like actually like say something back to them, so they know you're busy. Otherwise, they're just talking to the
Right.
void. Maybe it's different in other shifts. I don't know. We'll
No,
see.
it is something that EMS are really the only ones that respond to. No, I shouldn't say only. They respond when they can.
Hmm.
But yeah, sometimes they do go unanswered. I know it's a bit of frustration for Matt.
What's that?
Just how few people are around, and it's funny because, like, I don't know if I told you, he was sitting there and he was telling me about all the issues, with PD and that things had to change, but then an officer literally walked by and said, "I'm going 42 because I'm bored,"
Oh,
and then just left.
who was that?
Lucas Lavender.
Hmm.
And I looked at Matt and I was at like, because Matt was like, "Wait, I'm about to go on duty with 2 cadets. Are you just going to leave me like that?" And he's like, "Yeah," and just walked out the door. And I was just like, "Damn." I said, "Matt, that right there, that's not a good look.
No, it's not.
That's
No,
not a
it
good
is
look."
not.
Because I can guarantee you, back in the day, somebody would have said something like that when I was managing Harmony, I'd have fired him.
Man, that sucks. I liked Lucas.
It's just like a lot of people fail to realize that there is an obligation and a responsibility to these jobs. And that, if you're not willing to put in the effort, then don't apply for the job. Let people who genuinely want them get them.
I agree completely. But then to play devil's advocate, is someone is someone not taking a job going to give someone else a job? I don't know whether it actually would in from the way that they're not hiring certain people.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd rather have
In
Lucas who
this
has
instance, yeah.
experience, even though his attitude might not be the best, versus a brand new cop who doesn't have experience, comes around, gets trained, realizes they don't want to be a cop anymore, and then goes 42 forever.
Yeah, there was a lot of that apparently too in some of the
Yeah.
first academies. But I mean, I understand they wanted to try and bring in some new blood and break out of the old, old habits, I guess.
What
But
day
you
is it
also
today?
want to at least give people the chance
Tuesday.
to change and adapt, right?
Oh, I'm not looking at the right
You
thing.
can't just assume that they'll all be stuck in their ways.
Yeah, exactly. I added my interview to my calendar on my phone.
Good,
Well,
good. Are you gonna
I'm.
need help remembering that?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll be here.
Nice.
So, what's
Good.
your
I'm
plan for the
very
day?
happy.
What? Hold on. Why are you around?
What do you mean?
I thought you're normally like a shift tour.
Yeah, well, I was up, really early yesterday. So I went to sleep like an hour after the start of the storm. And then I woke up probably like 3 hours before the end of the storm.
No, that's not too bad.
Here I am. Yeah, it's not too bad. I only got like 5 hours of sleep, but I haven't really been sleeping all that well.
Oh dear. Need a
But
nightcap.
yeah, honestly, I don't know. I feel less apprehensive. I don't know. I think you just have that effect on me, honestly.
I think cautious optimism should be employed by everybody when things like this happen. Look at the good and then look at the bad and try and look for the good in things. And we got to see what happens. We
It's
just got
just,
to.
it's so hard to see the good right now with the way that he's behaving. And knowing that he's gunning for me, it's just, I'm literally just doing my job.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Crane?
I haven't had a chance. He was awake while I was asleep. Damn it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I sent him an email to say, hey, we need to link up soon. That's what we generally like check in with each other like once a week. Try to.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, just to like check in with him because I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was a little too contentious sometimes,
Mm.
but he said no. He said, you're doing literally what I hired you to do. It's like you are speaking your mind, and
Yeah.
this is exactly what we needed. So
Didn't talk to him, Never really got along with Crane too well, but we were all right with each other. He always seemed like he had time for people.
yeah, that's like he's very good at you know, we sit down, I tell him what I'm dealing with, I tell him, where my mindset is, and then he talks about, what, the feds may have,
Sounds
in
good.
mind, and then we just kind of plan I guess a way to best achieve things for everybody.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? So
That makes sense.
because like I have my federal guidelines, and then I have what the mayor wants, and then I have what the city needs. So I try to make all three of those work.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
tricky job.
yeah, I mean it's not impossible, but it's just it takes caution and a little bit of time, and but yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's go get some food.
Yeah, are you hungry right now?
No, no, no. But I will be.
Okay. Okay. I need to
What you walking into me for?
Sorry.
I need to hide my phone somewhere.
Hide it? Why?
I bought a new one.
You want to hide your old phone?
Yeah,
Why don't you just put it in your house?
I can't.
Why?
There's nowhere to store anything.
You just put it on the table.
Uh, I need it to not be easily accessible. Actually, I could run by my locker at the hospital
Yeah?
and put it there. Oh, I need to save all my contacts though, or at least the important ones.
Sounds. Is there a way to like copy them all out?
Hmm.
Hold on, let's have a
I
look.
don't know.
Yeah, you can. You can
How?
copy. Just copy them all. Go in your
Oh,
contacts, and
right.
then you just copy them all, and you can just paste it in a notepad or something. Extra powerful. Where's the trash up here? That scared me. I thought someone was turning around.
You're the best. Thank you.
You alright? Where we going in hospital?
Yeah.
Alright. Kind of cool flop
'Cause
earlier. I
this
don't think he's
phone-
around.
No, he's still resting at home. He took the night off.
I got him.
You know, he got shot, so I would have fussed at him if he
Mhm.
showed up on duty.
Oh. When's the next, like, you guys have, like, meetings with the council stuff, bro?
We get together once a week
When's that?
on Saturday, 6 p.m.
Saturday.
Eastern.
6 p.m. Eastern. Ugh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Any Brits on that board?
Oh my god. Well, I don't think he's actually British, but
No, but yeah, I know,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, Michael, man.
He does have that mindset. Yeah. So
It's not
he's
too
generally
bad.
always cooked. Yeah.
Depends how long
He's
they last.
literally whipped out a cot before. Oh,
Yeah.
they're all always like 4 and 5 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right. You know what they're pushing charges on Cornwood for?
Yes.
Not saying you can spill them. Like, if he's gonna get in trouble, then don't do it. Don't worry. I'll find out in other ways. I'll just metagame.
I
Smile.
don't know the specifics, but from what I was told, he shot somebody after they were already incapacitated on the ground.
Oh no. Did
Mhm.
he double tapped?
Multiple times.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh
so it's
no.
excessive force. And that's on top of other incidences, which
Charles.
I'm not privy to. So, but that was kind of like the camel or the straw that broke the camel's back, I guess.
Wait, so if that's the incident that they're
But
charging him
apparently,
for,
yeah, apparently one of those final shots was the killing shot. 'Cause the guy died.
right, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what? I don't think you can do manslaughter for that. So, is he? Wait, he's dead. The guy's dead.
Yeah, he died.
The only charges they can push then is murder.
Mhm.
What's is there a second degree murder charge? Do you know?
Mhm.
What's the
I'm pretty
sentencing like for
sure.
that?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not signed in, so I don't have access to my MDT.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Yeah.
Any idea what this building is on the right?
No idea.
It's just there. Nobody knows what it is.
Yep.
Weird.
I mean, it was under construction for years. It's about time they fucking finally finished it.
Looks like a UN building or something like that.
Right?